Hey, welcome back, friends. So today I'm going to discuss with you our little journey into getting RV prototypes to test and give feedback on. So we've been doing this for a little over a year. We're 3 units in, so we're on our 3rd prototype. We've got to debut 2 of those prototypes, which has been a lot of fun for us. But today we're just going to talk about the journey and how we even got into this situation. I hope you'll stick around. All right, let me start with the fact that we are Grand Design RV ambassadors. And now I don't think you need to be a manufacturer ambassador to do this, but I do think that's where our journey starts for us. Okay, we bought a Grand Design RV back in 2017, and we started the YouTube channel only a few months after that. We decided we wanted to start filming some of our experiences. And yeah, in the late 2018, Grand Design reached out and said, hey, we're starting an ambassador program. We would love for you guys to be our Imagine ambassadors. And Imagine is one of their line of travel trailers. Of course, as a small YouTube channel, I think we had about 500 subscribers at the time. We were thrilled. We said, yeah, we would love to do that. There's a reason we bought a Grand Design, because we like the brand. And at that point, we still love the brand. So fast forward a couple of years, not much goes on with that situation. We're friendly with them, they're friendly with us. They share our content from time to time, but there's not much that went into being a Grand Design ambassador. I think we got some free swag a couple of times, but that was really about it. I mean, it wasn't any type of, they didn't pay us to be ambassadors or anything like that. They still don't pay us to be ambassadors. But yeah, there wasn't a whole lot that went into it. That started to change a little bit. And one, our channel grew, so I think that helped some. But two, I started going to RV shows. And when I started going to Tampa and Hershey. I did a couple of Atlanta shows. And I started to meet the folks that actually build the RV. So until that point, I'd really only dealt with and worked with their social media team at Grand Design. They're awesome people. You know who you are. I've always enjoyed the relationship we've had with Grand Design, specifically their social media team. But now I'm starting to meet the people that actually build the RVs, that help design the RVs, that are in charge of, design changes and stuff like that. And so in that regard, once I met them, that took some more time to develop a relationship and some trust, and which is, I think, is hugely important. I think if you develop relationship and some trust with a manufacturer, you could put yourself in this position. And then once I developed that relationship and trust, I reached out to one of the product managers and I said, hey, just for fun, I think it'd be interesting if we switched units. Do you have a prototype sitting around somewhere that you're not using or whatever? And he said, yeah, actually I do. I have one that we just came out with. And yeah, I would love, at that time, their interest was getting exposure for the floor plan. Well, obviously they have to have something, a benefit to them. And so for me, it was more about getting content and just having fun with an interesting new floor plan and trailer. And I just thought it would be fun. And so they sent us our first prototype, which was the Transcend 251BH. You guys, if you go back in the channel, you can see several videos about the Transcend. And we gave them a bunch of feedback from that, and that's where it's kind of drifted organically into that now for Grand Design. Now I think they're more concerned about our feedback. They trust us enough to know that we're not going to expose their new floor plans, and I think they understand that we get it. RV business is very competitive. And our interest isn't clickbait. Our interest isn't drama. Our interest is to bring you some fun content, but sometimes understanding we have to do it on Grand Design's timeline. So they have floor plans they want to drop at certain times, and they trust us more. Basically, is what it boils down to. So once we had the Transcend, the Imagine folks started thinking to themselves, oh, well, we have a real prototype, and by real prototype, I mean a unit that has not debuted yet, It's top secret. You can't tell anyone about it. They gave me very specific dates. They tell me, hey, we can't let this cat out of the bag. But what we would love to do is send you this unit and you give us a bunch of feedback, like I mentioned just before. And so that is what it's come to now. Now they're more interested in having us camp in the unit, experience the unit, get feedback from me as a dad, get feedback from Brooke as a mom, get feedback from the kids as a 6-year-old and a 10-year-old. Townley has, my 10-year-old daughter, she's given feedback for the units, and that feedback has been taken to heart. Matter of fact, I think on the 18BH, they're going to be adding a grab handle in one of the bunks because she suggested it. It was, and so I think that's cool. They're even taking feedback from a 10-year-old young lady, and that I'm very partial to. And so, yeah, that's really cool to me. So we got the 3210. We gave them a bunch of feedback. We were able to debut that, which is always fun for us. I think it's fun. We love that floor plan. When they sent it to us in the beginning, I told Brooke, I said, you're going to love this floor plan. We did. It was fun for us. So that's the benefit in all of this. It's fun. It brings you guys content. And the benefit for Grand Design now, instead of exposure, they're getting feedback. And I think it's really cool that they do that. I think that's cool that they actually have people that camp give them feedback. Most people that build RVs do not go RVing. Okay? Now, common sense will tell you what goes on at a campsite, but unless you actually do it, there's a lot of little nuances they might miss. And so they tell me that they find it very, very valuable that with the feedback we give them. It's also been very informative. It's been a great learning experience for me because you start to learn about manufacturing processes, what they can do, what they can't do, and why. Yeah, and so it helps me give better feedback even. So as we do this more and more. And so, yeah, that's kind of our journey. We're on number 3. I hope we continue to do this. It helps us be better RVers. It helps us understand what we like in floor plans, what accessories we like. A good example is we have the tankless water heater on this newest prototype, the 18BH. We've already debuted it, so it's not a secret anymore. But we love it, and I'm thinking, hey, we need to put that on our 2800 that we still own. And yeah, that's another thing. They just loan us these prototypes, by the way. They obviously don't gift them to us, and they loan it to us. And then when we're done with one, they bring a new one down. So far, this is what happened. They bring a new one down, and they take the other one back up with them to Indiana. So I think that's pretty cool too. A couple little side notes. As far we have to pay for the insurance, but they do reimburse us for the insurance on the unit. We have to pay for storage on the prototype unit, but they do reimburse us for that. So we're not out of pocket any on the new unit. Now, one thing we did do is we bought a lot of permanent items for our RV at the permanent site. So that cost us a little bit of money. We have 2 sets of RV accessories. So we have like 2 tool sets. Yeah, that costs a little bit. That's one reason I hope we keep doing this, because we do have the means to do it. We do have the accessories and the items to do it. And so we're not constantly shifting stuff back and forth. But yeah, it's been a cool little journey, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope you guys understand I'm becoming a better content creator because of it. I'm becoming more informed RVer because of it. And hopefully, Grand Design will make better RVs because of it. I think it'll help anyway. Now, other manufacturers may be interested in doing this. I think it would be cool if they were. If you want to try to get in on something like that, reach out to your manufacturer and start developing that relationship. It's hard for me to believe that they would just send you a prototype out of nowhere, but you may start to develop some type of relationship where somewhere down the road, maybe you do find yourself in that situation. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to share kind of our little journey on how we get RV prototypes, top secret sometimes, to test and give feedback on. Again, it makes us better RVers, and hopefully you guys enjoy the process. As always, I hope this video was useful. I hope it answers some of your questions. That's the whole reason I did this video, and I hope you would consider subscribing. See ya.